Labor Day weekend is approaching.
Yes, sir.
And of course, what type of person I'd be, I gotta ask my fellow Jamaican brother right here. So
Damn,
Kymani,
I'm the outball. I'm the oddball this week.
Kymani, I gotta ask you, as a Jamaican, how many pair of white jeans you own?
Ooh, surprisingly not. I did used to have a pair, but surprisingly not.
I don't own any, bro. Let me tell you.
Anymore. You had one in college.
I definitely had some in the truck.
I love to wait till he capped and then be like,
anymore. Let me tell you, the thing is, like, Jamaicans got white jeans in a fucking chokehold. White jeans and
all white. They do all white parties.
Yep.
Bro, every Labor Day weekend, every year, freaking 99 Jans be saying, "Oh, big party igloo tonight." Yep. Jamaicans love igloo.
Yep.
Did you see the picture with Popcorn and Drake?
Yeah. All white.
All white.
All white, everything. I'm literally, this is what I'm tired, even though, like, Labor Day weekend is the weekend to party and shit, but Jamaicans take it a little way too far. Bro, when's the last time you been at a real Jamaican function?
It's been a little minute, but they be wild.
Fam, they don't play the song.
Boy.
Bro, every second, all you hear is, "What I got it, what?"
When I see y'all all white, I'm like, damn, who getting baptized? Like, it's a lot. It's a lot to process. And you know, this is my thing though. And my thing is, I know a lot of black people do this, but y'all the worst at this. When y'all get invited to a pool party, fam, you should not be having a Gucci belt at a pool party with shorts and a mesh T-shirt tucked in.
Bro, the mesh T-shirt was excessive. That was a little racist. I see what you were doing.
I've seen it.
You're talking about my people. First of all, Haitians will wear loafers anywhere. We on the basketball court, sir.
See, now you can't go to Lake Corf no more. Now you can't go to Lake Corf no more.
Buttonwood Park would not allow me.
Welcome to another episode of These Are the Aesthetics. I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. the hardest working man you know, a.k.a. I need an apology, a.k.a.
Felt that one.
I'm sweet, but not all the times. I mean, careful.
I hear that, man. I go by the name of Gary, a.k.a. in Gary We Trust, a.k.a. Mr. Put That Shit On, a.k.a. Respectfully Don't Disrespect Me, a.k.a. one of your favorite creators, man.
Okay. Go ahead and introduce your brother to the world. I know you was not hiding him. You was hiding the world from him.
I wasn't hiding it. I was hiding it from the world.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, man,
your dad got some explaining to do. That might be the title of the episode. Your dad has some explaining to do.
So, everyone, I know this is kind of like, it looks crazy on first glance. But right here, I have the homie Kymani right here, man. We have literally a creator. We have an inventor, R&B enthusiast, connoisseur. Mm-hmm. We have Mr. Event himself every weekend, Mr. in Miami every week.
Gas money.
Producer. He's a man of many talents, man. We got the homie Kymani, man. What's up?
What's good, man?
I know I'm getting on him about his dad, but your mom, I hope she gets her karma when she sees this episode. Oh shit, they find out. Oh, my mistakes.
I think my mom is actually taking care of me.
Bro, because I met his parents at y'all graduation.
Yeah. So you probably like, oh, run. We don't know these people.
Your dad gave me like an eye a little bit longer than he was supposed to. Like,
I'm telling you.
We gotta run down the story how we first met.
Exactly, bro. So literally, like, I met Kymani when I was working at the Boynton Mall. Yes, 5 stores in the gym. Boynton Mall. 5 stores in the gym, Boynton Mall. So every time, like, Kymani would walk by, because you were working at, like, Macy's at the time, or
JCPenney.
JCPenney. I always fuck that up. Every time, like, Kymani would walk by, like, everyone's like, yo, there go Gary. There go Gary every week. Then all of a sudden, like, Kymani decides to go in the store, and, like, he just, like, it was, like the universe was telling us, bro, we have to meet at that point. So he literally came, we dapped up, and then we literally took a meme of like the Spider-Man meme, like, oh shit.
That's him.
That's him. But like ever since then, like we've been like mad cool, and like we would talk it up, and like he definitely made the boring days at Boynton Mall go by a lot faster.
Nah, for real. That one's dead. I don't know how it still exists, really.
It is a Palm Beach staple. We can't even lie. It is a Palm Beach staple. Whenever you need a pair of shoes and you need to get your credit done.
I mean, there's one explanation that we running from. They washing money in there.
Hey.
They backdooring shoes and washing money. Welcome to the Boynton Beach Mall. Run by the Russian mob.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Oh my God! But yo, I mean, you guys look like y'all go to the same eye doctor and all.
All right, can we just explain like how like the worlds have collided? So, me and Kymani were both born in April. Okay. I'm a year older than him. First of all, both light skin, glasses, both Tauruses.
Oh shit, your dad thought he was slick.
Oh, you are an Aries.
That's the only difference.
Yeah, you are an Aries.
He's the girl version of you.
No, I'm not gonna say.
I'm talking shit.
You gotta fight him after that. I'm not gonna let him disrespect you like that.
No, I'm here to talk shit. Most Aries that I know are women, so forgive me.
Of course, they're women.
Oh my God, don't do that.
But like, and when we literally just realized outside, like, but we both drive a Honda.
That's crazy.
That is a Jamaican style.
And you guys both back parked. Yeah, you guys both have black,
Yeah,
white jeans in the back seat of your car. Like,
I would always say like to someone like comparing the two of us is like I'm like the hype beast version of Kymani. Kymani is the hipster version of me.
True. I think he's like he looks older than you.
That is true.
Yeah.
He definitely does. He looks like he works in corporate America, and you look like you work at Complex Magazine. So I think that's
If you're in hype beast, it literally makes sense.
You look like you're a banker, dog. Like I can trust you with my money.
People trust me with their money. I don't know why, but they do.
But that's why we got that out the way. The explanation. How is the energy in the room? How's everyone's mental health? Like how is everyone's week been? Starting with you.
We good. Honestly, just had a chill weekend. Week's been good so far. Just been working as always. Been doing some editing, some content for. I had to record a seminar last week, so I just been finishing that up. But everything's been good.
Good. For me, everything's been fine, man. Working, surviving, managing, and trying to just stay above the bullshit and the fuck shit.
I hear that.
Exactly.
I feel like we you keep getting tested. This week I got tested. You feel me? I think my intellectual property was stolen for me. But the good thing about the good and bad about being a creative is like once you're good enough, your ideas will be duplicated and recreated.
Exactly.
And two, it's like you got to take that up on the chin because if you're good enough to come up with one, you can come up with more ideas. So.
Well, you said like your what was stolen?
Intellectual property, my IP.
You sound like a hurt woman.
Yeah, I know, I get it.
You know what's that? Niggas can't even express how they really feel anymore.
We can't. But I mean, that's what it is. Though we gotta
just say
soften that up.
Bitches is wasting your time. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what it is.
I understand, man. Me is I'm doing good. I'm doing better. Going through the regular obstacles.
Wait. Let me correct that. No, bitches were not wasting my time. I was talking about the club situation. Jesus
it could have
Christ.
been men. It could have been men.
Yeah. Okay. Men could be bitches. You're right. Don't get me killed. Please.
Whatever Drake
Thank you.
said. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man, but I'm good at the end of the day. Like, there's a lot of shit to complain about, but literally every day I wake up, it's like I'm just grateful to see another day because a lot of people can't, and we literally just gotta appreciate the amount of freedom we have, especially as like young black men.
It's facts.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Man.
All right.
Let's get with the topics.
Let's get right into it. So, I'm sure you guys are aware that Serena Williams we talked about retiring after the U.S.
Is it U.S. Open?
Yeah, the U.S. Open. So, she won her first game, and there's been a lot of debates on the internet saying she's the greatest athlete of all time. She could fit into a lot of boxes. She suffered, I guess she succeeded through racism and, people called her out of her name. Yeah. They try to discriminate against her in every way possible, and she still made it happen. And she went into a sport that traditionally black people don't play. You get what I'm saying? And she excelled at it. Yeah, man, and she turned it into, one of the most profitable women, one of the most successful women, and one of the best athletes that we've seen. So now the argument is she's the greatest, athlete of all time. Now, again, I love women. I love what they do. I love the barriers that they break, right? The way I read that is because she's a woman, let's just give her all the accolades and put all the little asterisk next to her name. Like, I wouldn't go as far as saying she's the greatest athlete of all time. Because I feel like that title is reserved for people that have played multiple sports. You get what I'm saying? Like, somebody that, if she played baseball, soccer, and she excelled at all 3, all 4, or 5 sports that she played, then maybe that's a different argument. But in her world and in the tennis world, she's a fucking living legend. What do you guys think about that?
I'm gonna let you go first because this is very teetering some lines. Because I already know what they're gonna say. Like, I wish we had a woman for this topic, but they're gonna say, "You're a misogynist. How can you not say Serena Williams isn't the best athlete? She literally beat a bitch pregnant."
I mean, I want to say like the best, but I think she's definitely up there in terms of like stuff she's accomplished.
And Michael Jackson created platinum albums while he was getting his ass whooped. But go ahead.
But nah, like I definitely think she's up there. Like as far as her athleticism, she's a legend. But I would say greatest athlete of all time. I don't know. I kind of want to say Michael Jordan because he.
I don't know, man. He sucked at baseball. I'm gonna let you roll with it though. He's a good athlete.
Yeah, he's a pretty good athlete. But she'd probably be top 5 or top 10. But I don't know about number 1.
I understand. Man, like, honestly, with Serena Williams, I'm not going to come out here and say it on the lie and say, oh, I've literally stood up, freaking woke up early, stood up late at night to watch her tennis games, but I always appreciated Serena Williams as just, like, a figure, an icon. Obviously, I've been new.
The journey, obviously.
Obviously, I know, like, she is, like, literally one of the greatest athletes we've seen for sure. I just don't have the right to say of, like, I don't really, if I can say, I can consider her one of, like, the best athlete ever. I feel like every athlete is gonna sound politically correct, but every athlete should feel like that. But every time I see like when I see like different athletes do some shit, like when I see freaking Lionel Messi, what he does with a freaking ball on the ground, like his freaking feet is a ball magnet, like that shit be freaking wowing me. Seeing freaking like Michael Jordan, LeBron just fly in the air for 2 seconds.
Like Tiger Woods.
Exactly.
Tiger Woods could shoot a fucking hole in one, what, how many yards away? Like, I don't know. There's so many definitions of like being like the best athlete, but I feel like if someone just says, hey, they're literally the best athlete in their way.
In their field.
In their field?
In their respective field.
Like,
yeah.
Otherwise, like, I'm trying to think, like, how would you quantify that, really?
Yeah.
Like I said, my way of saying that, I mean, maybe they mean it in a sense of, her level of intelligence in the sport, her body, how she's maintained a winning streak over the years. If that's in the way that they mean it, cool. But when you say athlete to me, I'm weighing a whole bunch of stuff. I'm weighing your speed, your accuracy, the multiple sports you played, just like your overall knowledge of any other sport. Like, to me, Stephen A. deserves to get paid however much he gets paid because he could talk about tennis. He could talk about golf. He could talk about basketball. He could talk about football.
Boxing,
do you know, like, this nigga is online and just on TV all day. Sometimes I wonder, like, when does he have downtime to collect all this information to talk about? Like, it's like when you go home, do you just automatically watch sports or do you spend time with your family? Because he's just a walking, like, teleprompter. You feel me? Damn near. So it's like, it's a little crazy.
I feel like athletes, like, and the older I get, I'm starting to like appreciate certain shit I didn't really appreciate when I was younger. Like, fam, looking at Chris Brown perform today is like, fam, like, you doing cartwheels, doing backflips, and hitting a high note.
That takes a lot of fucking stamina. Like, I mean, everybody be talking about that one backflip he did on stage to March Madness, but nah, that nigga can dance and that nigga can perform well.
Dancing at the same time.
And there's a lot of like talent that you see in certain places, like the strip club. I'm like, yo, you want to tell a girl you don't belong here. You should be in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Because, fam, like,
I be trying to give him a shot. I try my best.
No, because that.
You trying to save him?
I be hoping my dollar gets them one step closer to their dreams. You feel me? Like,
all I'm saying is when you spin around a pole for like 35 minutes straight while hitting a blunt. You need to be in the Army, the Olympics, something, but not here. You're limiting yourself
hands?
here.
It's crazy.
And no hands is
It's crazy.
that's a different bag.
Can we change the topic before we get to a nasty territory?
Yeah.
All right. Still saying in sports, Sports Illustrated just released their cover. It's LeBron and his 2 kids on the front. First thing I thought about personally, I'm like, black excellence. I think it's time that when white people do things, create businesses, they trying to create shit for their legacy and their lineage and people. They're trying to live so they could create a last name that will outlive them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what LeBron is on the journey of doing. And just to see his sons now damn near same height as him playing, and I'm pretty sure he's sitting back like they like, damn, like I could see myself in them. You feel me?
That's a fact.
Like I remember when they used to come to my games, or they're watching from the sidelines. Now they teaching me about certain shit. So I was very proud as a black man, as a sports enthusiast, and just as a basketball fan, because I really could see LeBron as an owner one day, and just as somebody that could speak on behalf of players, and because like this means a lot to me that I'm even welcoming my sons into this world. You get what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
so how do y'all feel about that? Like, how did y'all take it in when y'all saw, the article and the cover?
I was definitely happy to see it too. I know a lot of people love to give him shit, especially like in comparison to the MJ, but like that man's a legend. Like the shit that he's been able to do in the league throughout the years, and like he deserves a lot of credit, and especially being able to create a legacy and bring his kids into it. Yeah, like that man's a legend.
Yeah, man. Literally, like, bro, I could say LeBron is dropping 40 points at almost 40 years old. Like, what more can you say?
Exactly.
And I'm really happy to see, like, LeBron. I think what was really dope about that cover is that he wore, like, his original Sports Illustrated cover on his T-shirt. That shit was dope. And just, like, seeing, it's black excellence at the end of the day. So
Exactly.
I have literally no complaints about it. So.
All right. So, still staying in sports, let's talk about some of the messy side of sports.
There we go.
PJ Washington.
Are you aware of PJ Washington?
PJ
I heard
Washington.
what's going on.
Well, PJ Washington was on the media a few years ago because he got involved with an IG model that famously go after rich men. You get what I'm saying? That
Yeah.
date rich men. He had a baby with her, and she was, she left the relationship at some point, and she was trying to hit him with a crazy child support check. You feel me? Asking for a lot of money for the kid, and they ended up falling apart. But everybody was saying like it was a predatory relationship because she was much older, and she used to go to his games, and you could kind of tell. A lot of people were assuming, at least. Let me not, jump to the conclusions, that she preyed on him, and she waited, till he reached a level where he could bag her, and then, they did that. But anyway, after that relationship fizzled out, now he started talking to this new girl, and now he's recently been engaged. So what I took from that is, when you the one, niggas know. Number one. And number two, sometimes, like, what we don't do well as men is we don't know how to differentiate, like, somebody we having fun with versus somebody that we want to spend a lifetime with. So I think she probably was a fling. He fucked up, had a baby by her. Now he's really like, with the knowledge that he has now growing up, he sees what he wants now, and like he's trying to lock it down. So have you ever been in any of those situations where it's like you dating Mrs. Right now, but you are in search for Mrs. Right?
Damn, I had to think. But it's always, I guess I've always like entered, a relationship or like whatever with, the intention of like, trying to build to the future. Sometimes it doesn't always
Damn,
work that
you're
way.
a good nigga.
Sometimes it doesn't always work out that way.
He's a normal nigga. That's what it make it normal.
I mean, it doesn't always work out that way, and it is
So
what
you
it
just
is.
casually walking in the mall, any girl you see, you like, damn, I could build a future with her. Like,
Nah.
I don't think he's looking at that in a sick term. Like,
I mean, I'm just asking. 'Cause
that would be kind of crazy. She can raise my 10 kids.
that's wild.
Like out of Africa, say, bitch, I choose you.
Yeah, that's crazy. We can't say that. But okay. But yeah, I'm saying like, what's your? I know you have good intentions.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, have you ever like fell in the trap of like, damn, you end up with the wrong person and you unhappy? How do you maneuver through that situation? If you ever went through that.
Because, I mean, this guy I was talking to, like, earlier this year, like,
Allegedly.
it was, yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
But, I mean, like, everything was good at first, and, you know, I thought, like, all right, this is, you know, this is the one, this is what it is. But, you know, as things went on, it just didn't turn out that way, and, you know, all love to her, but I just had to get out of that situation because I'm like, this is not what I want. Like, I don't want to move to North Carolina. The hell?
Oh,
What's in North Carolina?
Chicken.
Just something to do in Charlotte, North Carolina. But it's just like, you know.
They have a good basketball team.
But, you know, like, things don't align and, you know, it's all good.
Come on, I don't want to make beats in the cold.
What about you, Gary? How do you?
Can I just say a public announcement? If you a ball player, wear a condom.
I like that. I like that.
Fam, it's like I just personally disagree. I know it's coming from the relationship guy, but fam, if someone just trapped you literally less than 2 years ago, I'm thinking I'm cool right now. I'm finding love, finding misses right.
Yeah.
Because you're literally a basketball player. Every nigga is hating on you because they want to be you. A lot of girls want to fuck you. It's like, fam, how about you just stay to yourself for a little while?
And you travel a lot.
Yeah, you gotta like come at it with the mindset like, you know, anybody that enters my life might wanna, you know, profit off me or
Might be
whatever
for a
in some way.
season.
Yeah.
And like, you gotta remember too, because like, come on, you're a producer. You've seen, like, it's fair to say you've tasted the industry before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's like when you've literally been in the industry and like you're making beats and then you're starting to get more notoriety, the last thing you're probably gonna think is like, oh, I'm gonna find my wife in this environment right now in my life. Because whenever all the lights are on you, that means all the women are looking at you as well. So you have to like pick and choose. And if you're not even ready to pick and choose, it's like, yo, this is not the right time right now.
Exactly.
Because they gonna come and go.
I could picture a girl begging for a beat, and you might really feel like, ooh, she likes me. I'm not saying that's funny.
No, I got you.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah.
While we on that topic, Tyrese, I don't know how this nigga manages to stay on the Shade Room for 10 years straight and like every week, but listen, we're men.
Tyrese is something else.
So whenever there's an issue involving men, I personally I feel for men because there's not a lot of platforms that speak on behalf of men. You feel me?
Yeah.
So Tyrese said that his estranged wife, his ex, is asking for $10K a month in child support. Like, I know how the court system works, and it's based on, how much you make and stuff. But how do you guys feel, being men, like getting hit with that? You get what I'm saying? Especially for a kid that's not even in high school. You get what I'm saying? Like, $10K a month for a 3-year-old is nasty. $10K for a 6-month-old is nasty. $10K for a 5-year-old is nasty. Because you got to imagine, bro, a lot of people in this country don't make more than $40,000 a year. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, to have that for a kid, like, I'm paying for your lifestyle at this point. Like, how do you feel about that?
All right. This is going to be the unpopular opinion. First of all, let me say Tyrese has a Benihana's in his house. Let me just put that out. All I'm gonna say is $10K. You got it, dog.
You got it.
It's not about him.
And it's not about even. I'm gonna get to it. It's the principle at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But you gotta, like, a woman actually broke this down to me. Is like, when it comes to like these rich dudes. I know women, yuck.
No, I didn't say that. I was like, a woman. I could picture a woman validating $10K for a 3-year-old.
But the way she broke it down, it makes a lot of sense. So like, if a dumb rich nigga, I call it, gets a woman in the projects like pregnant, think about it. If a nigga lives in a mansion, you got a Benihana's in your house, you own your own helicopter, you got all these Rolls Royces and trucks. Meanwhile, it's a hood chick in the hood. She live with her parents in a Section 8 housing, but of course, like the dude's like, I'm not gonna buy you a house, but you gotta remember how is that gonna affect your child? Your child is literally, it's like freaking night and day. When I'm with daddy, I'm gonna be in a freaking mansion with maids. When I'm with mom, I literally have to freaking walk over homeless men. It's literally the environment you put the kid through. And that makes actually a lot of sense. Even though $10,000, you're making it sound like, oh, she don't need $10,000. Freaking Lunchables pack costs $5. McDonald's costs like $15 or $10. But you got to remember is like, you don't want to put the child in a situation where you don't want to divide the parents. You want to look too much like, oh, I'm the better parent. Your mom is that dumb hood bitch over there, but when you with me, this is actual reality. You got to create like a balance.
Great segue. And again, this is before we get to you. This is my problem with that. What you're describing to me is me paying for your lifestyle. What you the way you broke it down. You know what's going on through my head, like. Okay, so the whole time we were together, like you were depending on me for everything. You get what I'm saying? Or you were using the kid as your ticket out. If you're a female, if you're a woman, right? And you fucking with a rich nigga and he cannot invest into your dreams and your goals and things that you care about, then he's truly not the guy for you. Because if I'm rich, I don't care if my girl is equally as rich, but I'm gonna invest into certain shit that she wants, so that she could stand on her own. You get what I'm saying? Because anything could happen to me. You feel me? What if I come down with a disease and I can't work no more? My girl has to run the household. You get what I'm saying? Like shit happens. You feel me? Yeah. What if I pass early? All that, pressure is gonna fall on her. So I blame a lot of women in that instance, because I'm like, yo, you should have prepared for that. Because you have to be able to work something, because like when you don't do nothing, that's how a lot of men have like 100% control in a relationship, when he's doing everything from a financial standpoint.
Can I say a quick one quick thing? Yeah. This needs to be outspoken a lot more. Niggas, stop putting your raw dick in a bitch you don't love. Can we just put that out there?
What if the girl you love lives in the project? Then what?
You shouldn't be leaving your gated community to go to the projects. Can we be real?
Okay. This nigga is a bougie rich nigga. I swear to God.
I have a couple friends who do it. I'm not gonna say their names.
Oh my God. How do you feel about this situation?
I mean, I gotta say I'm more with Gary on it. I don't see the popular opinion, but I mean, it's just like in that situation, like you're really trying to take care of your kid. Like you want to make sure your kid has everything. And it's in that it feels like, oh, $10,000, I can't spare that for my child, but I can have all these Rolls Royces or all these houses or like whatever. But it's just, I don't know.
I don't think they mind spending the money, but they just know what the money is going into. You feel me? It's gotcha. Like if I'm sending $10K a month, my kid is living great, but here you go with lip fillers and again, I'm not controlling what you do with the money, but it's like I don't think most women are like putting that money in a trust fund for the kid. I don't think most women are investing in it. Cool, like you might pay for a private school, designer clothes and stuff like that, but it's just like it's not the norm for most people to like properly manage money. But we're gonna get into money management and the concept of money later. So yeah.
And by the way, I'm gonna say 10K, Tyrese. I know you got it. You did all these Fast and Furiouses. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, he got it. No. He got it. He got the money.
Got it.
I'm not. Listen, and again, ladies, I'm not attacking y'all for requesting or demanding or the court giving you 10K. It's just it seemed a bit much for a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old. You get what I'm saying? Anybody under a teenager, I don't think would use that much upkeep that you need 10 G's. You feel me? A month. That's all.
While like I know we brought up Tyrese, is it okay if like we talk about like the R&B topic?
We could do that. We could do that.
So like one of the reasons I wanted you on the podcast as well because you're a heavy R&B guy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And with me is R&B. I like R&B, but R&B is not like my go-to category because like when I'm by myself, I'm not. I don't know why. When I be thinking dudes that say, "Oh, I love R&B," I just think niggas be just doing this all day, just like listen to this shit in the shower.
Far from the truth.
Right. But there's been literally talks going around and saying how like R&B is dead. There is a literally different like flow and tempo of R&B. I just want to know, like, you're the best person I know to ask this question, you and this guy. So I really want to know your opinion on this topic.
When whenever I hear niggas say R&B is dead, because on Twitter that topic comes up like maybe 2-3 times a week, I just feel like, bro.
They just don't know.
I'm just. It feels like nobody really wants to take the time to look out, for new music anymore. Because there's a lot of, dope R&B artists that fit into every category. Like, oh, someone's, going to be like, oh, I want 90s R&B or 2000s R&B. R&B's not the same anymore. But, like, there's so many dope R&B artists that, still fit within
those brackets.
Yeah, those brackets that people want. But I just feel like people aren't taking the time to look for them, or at the same time, labels might not be promoting artists like the way they should, or artists just don't have the resources to get where they need to.
Okay.
So you think that's the issue?
Partially. But with Diddy saying what he's doing, what he did with, Who Killed R&B, I feel like that was just, to promote his own single, because I was in a group chat today with some of my friends, and apparently he's still promoting that one song he dropped with Bryson Tiller, which I hate that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Catchy. It's catchy. I fuck with it.
But
it's not. I don't think it's R&B.
Yeah.
To truest form.
I just love when Diddy promote any song, you think it's the biggest song in the fucking world.
Right.
Like,
Khaled too.
Bro, we get it. You spent $2 million on this track. I understand. I would promote it as such too.
Exactly.
But so obviously I gotta ask you as well.
Okay.
What is your state on the R&B music?
R&B is still alive and is doing well. I think just like you said, you gotta look for it. There's Cleo, there's European artists. There's, if you really want to break it down, like Bruno Mars recently have been making R&B. Adele makes R&B. Sam Smith makes R&B. You get what I'm saying? Ed Sheeran teeter the line a little bit. But you got to understand, you still got Chris Brown, you still got Blast, you got Cleo Soul, you got Snow Allegra, you got Aaron Ray, you got Blast, you got underground niggas, you got mainstream niggas. I just feel like people be looking for shit for their moods. What moods? Like, I think that's what they mean. Like, if you want mood music, you want that lovey-dovey shit, there's niggas that'll give it to you.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? Or just listen to the old shit. But nowadays, you gotta understand, like, when artists make music, they make music for the masses. They don't just make music for what Cheech, Gary, or Kymani likes. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's why niggas like Chris Brown, like, in every album, he'll give you an up-tempo pop record. He'll give you a dance record. And then he'll give you a few R&B, like, ground records, and then he'll play around with that because he wants to give everybody a little bit. But I feel like the root of the issue is, though, I think R&B made hip-hop because all the hip-hop artists used to go grab an R&B artist and get on the hook, and that would be the catchy part of your record. Because most people, like the hip-hop heads will remember the bars, but the people that like the melody would remember the hook. You feel me? The hook used to be what would catch the eye of somebody. But I feel like it got to a point where rappers are like, I want to save part of my budget instead of getting this nigga.
Let me sing myself.
Let me sing myself. You feel me?
Exactly.
And
Like
this is where you get the Jay-Z song cries. You get the Fab, singing the hooks a little bit. You get what I'm saying?
And that's where melodic music comes in.
Exactly. So now you got the Drakes and people like that. So, and I feel like too, R&B niggas started trying to move like rappers. It's like, fam, you in the business of love. You in the business of nurturing. You in the business of, like, passion. This is not that gangster shit. Like, cool. Niggas used to sing about losing their girl, begging for their girl back, and the process of getting a girl, being on the phone. You get what I'm saying? Like, now niggas, I'ma fuck this bitch, this and that, if I cheat on you.
I saw Brent Faiyaz for the first time on Picture, and I thought he was a rapper. How many R&B niggas you know that got really neck tats? Like, Ty Dolla $ign looks like a rapper.
Of course.
So, like, and reason why I think, like, if someone's asking me the state of R&B music, I just think that genre in general is the most blurred genre, in my opinion. And I'm saying it's still relevant, but it's like there's like no, like, how I can say, like, there's no, like, me saying there's no pulse is kind of foul, but there's like no, like, strong, like structure.
No defining feature.
There's like no structure to R&B anymore, because reason why I say that is because, like, what type of artist is Thames?
Tim's is.
You got to think about it.
No, it's international because
Yeah.
it's like it can't be Afro because she's done pop and she's done R&B, she's done soul. It's just she's just an artist. Is you know, you can't really fit her in her box.
But literally, there's like more examples. Like Chris Brown started rapping, especially on that that Slime and B tape. You have what's that freaking dude? Bryson Tiller. I love Bryson Tiller. Bryson Tiller can rap his ass off. Like he literally reminds niggas, oh, I can rap too. Frank Ocean, he'd be dropping some bars off too. And another thing I realized about R&B is that like a lot of the newer acts, I think that's something I heard like Joe Budden said, like a lot of these R&B people, these new artists can't really hold a note.
They can't really hold a note, and I don't think they're in the process. They're not trying to be in love. You gotta understand.
Because Toxic is literally overshadowing
yeah, bro.
R&B.
Toxic is selling right now. And
The whole Division song.
But let's be
Oh,
let's be
bro,
honest.
that is the most cringiest song I've
I
ever
hate
heard
it
in my
so.
life.
I love Division, but I hate that song.
That song
I
was
love
made
their
for
past
TikTok.
work. I love
love
their
the
past
past
work for real.
So, what's your take on that? On everything I said, like literally, like is R&B like a blurred genre?
I mean, I think, yeah, within R&B, there are definitely like a lot of different styles and, you know, sonics that are associated with it that could fall under that category. So I do think that you do have a point in saying that it is blurred in a sense. But I mean, there still are, I would say, some defining factors in terms of, you know, the production, in terms of just, you know, vocally as well. But I think it's still alive. It's definitely alive.
I think niggas have to invest in themselves and in your craft because like every nigga in here could tell you the rapper package. The designer clothes, the fast cars, the chains, the girls in the videos. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And posting in front of your block, shooting your music video. We know the rapper package. What has been the R&B package? Cool, you got a girl in your video, you driving in the car and you singing. And boom, you're in the house and she's naked on the bed laying on you. That's not enough. Niggas used to go in the desert to shoot a video. Niggas used to wear leather suits.
You know,
you feel me? Niggas used to
I
be.
know someone that just did that for one of their videos.
Bro, listen,
Out in the desert.
Bro, listen, niggas used to sing in the rain, bro. Niggas to have a boombox in front of the girl's crib. Like we lose all the juices that R&B used to provide. Like girls used to find like the hood nigga that could get cute and do that attractive. But now women like the rapper aura, so now every R&B artist have to kind of mold themselves into that. I mean, it's just
you know, we pissed me off about R&B music videos too. Why the fuck is the brightness all the way low? What was the last bright R&B music video you seen?
right, because niggas be trying to tap in the mood, like they try to be a vibe.
Every Brent Faiyaz music video is like, I can't see that shit.
I have a thing on Brent Faiyaz, but I'm not gonna just talk about him. But
Can I be honest? Like, I really like Brent Faiyaz, but the only thing is, like, I feel like he gets a little too much hate because I think people are just jealous over the amount of popularity he has. Because I'm guarantee you there's people who obviously can sing better than him that just don't got that juice. Like, how I look at Brent Faiyaz, I'm just going to sound disrespectful, but I'm really trying not to. I just feel like Brent Faiyaz is, like, kind of like a watered-down Frank Ocean to me. He's on really good beats. I understand what he's saying. It's just I just feel like Frank Ocean sings better.
I can kind of see that.
I think he to me, he found what I respect about him. He found his lane and he stayed in it. He's not really trying to collab with niggas. He's not trying to get people onto what he's doing. He's just doing him. It's like you know who he reminds me of. His audience is kind of like Lil B's audience. Like if you know, you know.
Lil B,
or G Herbo. Like
Yeah.
when I first started listening to G Herbo, I'm like, this nigga is rapping off beat. He's so aggressive. He looked like the nicest light-skinned nigga you ever meet. It's like, what is this? I don't understand it. It took me a while.
Like Black, I didn't like Black's audience is like.
It's like lazy singing. At first, it felt like lazy singing.
No, Black's my dog.
No, but he's dope. No, listen, you got he's dope. But
Yeah.
this is my thing though. A lot of niggas, I think I would put Brent Faiyaz in the conversational R&B bag where he's not really singing, he's talking, but he's talking melodically.
Yeah.
So it's not like it falls into a right note. He's just like having conversations. You feel me? And he's just saying shit that people are afraid to say.
So can I ask you a question? Because obviously you're very in tune with R&B. and I'm pretty sure you produce some R&B records.
Yeah.
And you're really in tune with like Florida R&B scene, which I didn't even know how big the scene was, but you remind me almost every week. Can you name some like quick names on like some people you've been listening to from the city or in the area?
Damn, it's a long list. Dre, the artist I work with, mainly, like, we've been working together since 2017, 2018, but she's incredibly dope. Kaylin, another artist. From,
I know about Kayla.
Yeah, Kaylin is amazing.
There's one girl
Erica
that
Officer.
like I found from you, and one of her songs is actually played in Insecure.
Who is it? I feel like I know who you're talking about.
Oh, Sophie, named Fall.
Oh, yeah.
I think
she's dope as well.
it was in like some. I don't know if it was Insecure, but it was in some show on HBO. Actually, I'm like, oh shit, I know that song.
That's dope.
Yeah, like, there's so many dope artists.
Yo, you gotta invite me out to those things, but that's my bag.
I got you, man.
Yeah,
There's so many dope R&B artists in Florida, and just recently putting together a playlist, going through. It took a lot of research because honestly, didn't realize there's so many either. Like, I thought it's just a few little in Miami, a few little in like Orlando or Tampa, or like wherever. But there's so many like throughout Florida.
Do you feel like they put a lot of effort and I guess money behind their sound and just their presentation to the world? Because that'd be the thing that'd be missing with R&B records. Like, it sounds cheap. Like, a nigga would go get a hard beat from the hood. He'll pay $50 for it, but you can't tell the difference between that and a... Obviously, you can, but but that shit will sound like some industry nigga made it. But R&B, because niggas be trying so hard to just not spend money or be minimalistic that, fam, a piano is just not enough. You feel me? Like, you might need some other instruments on top of that. Like, do you feel like that's a part of the detriment too?
I would say a little bit. Like, no, and this is like no shade artists that do this. I hate YouTube beats so much. There is this one beat that I remember that so many different artists used, and I mean, it was dope to see like how they interpret it or whatever. But I just, look for producers that you can build with that are dope, so you don't end up sounding like everybody else with the same beat. But I mean, that's a little part of it. At the same time, I just think Florida's like so geared to like hip hop and also like Latin music that R&B kind of falls through like the cracks with everything. So there's like no infrastructure really for it in South Florida. So, the few events and the few curators that do put R&B shows on, like, I think it definitely needs more of a spotlight. And I think, I'm hoping that it grows in the future because I see a lot of artists on tour that kind of skip Florida. So I feel like that also contributes to it too.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I mean, that was a solid enough explanation. All right. So, Gary, do you want to get into Adam 22 and Joe Budden, or do you want to go into business and pleasure?
We can kind of get into the Adam 22 and No Jumper interview.
Okay. Are you familiar with the Adam 22?
Or the No Jumper and Joe Budden podcast? I
heard a little bit about what happened. Not like, fully versed on it, but I know Adam 22 is a corny ass motherfucker.
So the reason why I brought up like the interview is because there is how can I say, the interview I think came out today, literally. So if you haven't seen it, I understand it came out literally a couple hours ago. So my issue with the interview is like, one of my favorite things about like the interview is that it actually shows like different intentions of content when it comes to actually being in music. Because you have like black people how they interview artists in a certain way. They kind of want to know the actual artist as a person. But usually when a white person kind of comes in and asks the artist certain questions, it kind of come off as like, are you trying to monetize shit off my past trauma? Why do you want to know about my beef so much? What about my art? Pretty much. So it's basically, it's like they were just clashing on how like, let's say if like Adam like No Jumper, they post clips of like their past like artists who passed away. They posted like recently, and
Vlad does the same shit too.
Vlad does the same thing. So
Vlad is bad.
and here's my thing is, the main argument I have is like when artists goes on like these No Jumpers, Vlad TVs, why are we blaming the interviewer about the questions they ask? Because they don't have to answer these questions. But then people are saying, oh, you're taking advantage on black trauma and the youth. But fam, at the end of the day, you could look at it that way, but it's like, yo, these dudes are just journalists at the end of the day, if you kind of look at it. So why are we blaming the interviewers, and why are we not blaming the people as a person, and the parents who raised them.
Or, I mean, at the end of the day, the way I see this is like they can't use what you don't give them. You get what I'm saying? So I respect anybody that developed their business model from the ground up and get it working. And again, I'm not begging you to come on this platform. We had this conversation a few weeks ago. Like, based on what you're promoting, you have to kind of find platforms that support that. If you have a hip hop song, why the fuck are you going to an R&B podcast to talk about it? if you know when you get drunk, you spill the tea on the world, why the fuck are you going to Drink Champs? Because you know they're gonna make you smoke and drink. So it's like go to places that you know like caters and is suitable for your message, so it could translate better to your audience. So again, I'm on both Joe Budden and Adam 22's side. I'm on Adam 22, which is like, fam, this man passed. I'm trying to honor his legacy by spreading the message that he had to the world. Maybe a lot of people missed that interview that I did, but now the fact that people could be like, oh, he respected me enough to come here and sit down with me, like maybe I'm curious on what he had to say with me. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And to Joe Budden's point, who's somebody that built a career off just his likeness and not necessarily needing people to sit down with him to do an interview, I could understand why he's like, yo, somebody passed away, respect the privacy of the family and stuff like that, leave him alone and honor him another way. So I get both sides, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's where you at in life. Joe, you might not want that. Adam might be climbing up the ladder in the media space where he like that clickbaity shit to get to broaden up his audience. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I just feel like it comes down to your morals and just what you want to do with your business and how you want to be represented. If you like the messy side of media, then you're gonna be part of the shade roomy Vlad TV
and the
people.
Gossip of the cities, yeah.
Exactly. But if you want the truth and you want the stand-up guys, then there's gonna be platforms that are suitable for that.
Exactly.
What do you think?
And I remember something similar coming up. I think it was I think Noriega's mad that Cardi didn't want to go on Drink Champs. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's not. I didn't exactly see that as being where she would want to go to, promote a single, which I get it because you know what you're gonna get when you go to Drink Champs. Mm-hmm. So
she doesn't want to be intoxicated on camera.
I mean, there's that too.
And she's a woman. She has a pass on being a stripper. I don't want to spill the beans on bitches I fought, drugs that I used. I get it.
Yeah, because like you said, you know what you're gonna get when you go wherever you go.
Exactly.
And I mean, part of it, I feel like, is publicists too. Like they don't really know which platforms to go to, or with R&B, there's a lack of platforms to go to, especially for interviews. So you gotta go somewhere else, like maybe Drink Champs or wherever. But I think it's also a little bit on publicists too to know the audience that you're trying to target with your artists. And
that's a good take, publicists.
Yeah.
Publicists. Your team. I'm not just gonna say your manager plays a role in that. Your road manager and just people that manage your label, everybody can help with that process as well.
Exactly.
The thing that just pisses me off is that I understand at the end of the day, everyone's just mad because white people are profiting off black culture. Yeah. We've literally seen it since slavery. They hate to bring that scary word up that no one likes to use, but hey, it happened. So another thing that why I'm not too upset at an Adam 22 or a Vlad TV or even an Anthony Fantano, popular white guys that make a lot of money from hip hop. I'm surprised no one is even comes out and says oh, I'm mad at Trap Lord Ross, who be freaking the dude that be doing those 4-hour documentaries on real street shit that happened in hip hop. Mm-hmm. But no one be freaking talking about that. They
can't put a face to it.
And Adam 22, one thing you gotta respect, bro, he always hired niggas from the community. He always be hiring like Cribs, Bloods, everyone from where he can find, and he literally vlogs, so everyone's getting shine off his platform.
Mm-hmm. I think, we should just not be mad at people that are filling the void. You got to understand, business people are going to find an opportunity in a way to make money. You get what I'm saying? Black trauma is not, as awful as going to sound like I'm about to say it, is not off limits. You get what I'm saying? You guys want people better platforms and you want platforms that black people could be comfortable in, invest in shit like this. Exactly. You get what I'm saying? But you put so much stock into No Jumper and certain white platforms that then you get mad on how you represent it versus how you could have came here and we niggas, we could relate to you on a whole different level and we kicked it and we would have never tried to portray you a certain way. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think we got to just take it with a grain of salt at the end of the day.
It's like niggas being mad at the Grammy. It's like, oh, you don't showcase enough black artists or
Support
work
BET.
enough black Exactly.
Even though BET is white owned, but
Yeah, of course. Viacom.
Yeah.
actually, I think since we're already at the topic of like talking about business, I think it's a good time to bring up the QC and Offset.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, that's been nasty. Offset claims that he bought himself out of the contract with Quality Control, who P and Coach own Quality Control, and he said, hey, they still trying to get credit off my latest single, this and that, put their name on it, attach themselves to it, this and that. But again, I think from somebody in the public, you don't know what the terms of the contracts are. You don't know the terms of the split are. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if we have a 5-year contract, renegotiation might be coming up, or your term of the contract might be over, but it's like maybe the contract is really up when I'm done recouping my money off of you. You get what I'm saying from a business perspective?
Yeah.
But I don't like all that public shit. I don't like all that nasty shit. This is why I don't publicize anything, any person I talk to, personal relationships, L's that I take. It's like, if I have your phone number and I have a lawyer that could take care of all this stuff, why do I have to go on Twitter to do this? Because now
Exactly.
I'm giving the other side ammo to attack me in court. Yo, I'm suing you now for defamation because I'm an upstanding businessman and nobody has ever had any issue with me but you. Now, people
gotta
are
defend
scared
myself.
to sign to my label because you left a bad taste in their mouth. So I think people should shut the fuck up and and pay the right people to go fight for you. That's what the lawyers are for.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like in regards to that, my opinion on that situation, was like, I'm kind of like I'm like a black and white guy, fam. If he bought himself out of a contract, leave him alone. But then again, I understand that some people have some like animosity. Like, oh, fam, I took your ass out the hood. I should always get a little piece of percentage of what you do in the future. But and I'm pretty sure like the way like Offset bought himself out of the contract, I'm pretty sure QC they probably threw a freaking ridiculous number like, oh, you need to give me this amount of money to get out this contract, and I'm pretty sure he gave him the money because you got to remember, even though Offset has his own M's, we got to remember, you go with Cardi B, that's pretty much, Cardi B got more than a couple M's up to her name.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, and another thing that Offset probably realizes that Lil Baby's here. I'm pretty sure it's like they probably had some projects that probably got shelved because remember, there was one point in time where it felt like Lil Baby was dropping every couple weeks.
Yeah. Every feature. Yeah.
So like and I'm pretty sure Offset took notice in that. He's like, yo, I kind of want to venture off to a solo career, which isn't really in bad taste because we've all seen groups split up in the past. And it's not like the Migos are dead. Like, fam, like on the DJ Khaled album, that's literally my favorite song. That song, Party All the Time, I fuck with it. But like you said, I just wish shit was done privately and not openly. Especially like QC, they kind of like more family oriented, so it looks nasty on camera at least at the end of the day. And a question I wanted to ask you is that, do you know any like R&B acts who are currently in a bad contract that try to buy themselves out?
So I know one artist that I interviewed, I think last year, Kevin Ross. He was with, I believe it's Motown allegedly. But,
Yeah, Kevin Ross, I'm familiar with him.
Yeah, he's a dope artist. Yeah, he was with them. I forgot how many years, but he just, felt like he wasn't being, he wasn't able to do what he wanted to do. Like they weren't putting out anything that he wanted to release. So, he just got out of the contract and started being, being an independent artist. And it's definitely like a lot of cases within rap too, where it's happened, like with Meg in 1501, where once you enter a contract initially, you think it's all sweet and everything, and then once you become a bigger artist and there's a lot more money involved, things change.
And you're exposed to more information, obviously.
Yeah, I think it does come down a lot to artists not understanding the contract, not understanding what they're getting into,
The situation they in?
Yep.
True.
And then, but sometimes it's also the labels trying to take advantage because I know in some circumstances, like artists will use a lawyer from the label. Like, why are you using a lawyer for someone that is against you? But
That's true.
so it's like, yeah, it's just it's tricky sometimes. But yeah, there's definitely those situations where that happens.
Okay. All right. So me and Gary were discussing, just going places, right? Especially like creatives and artists and entrepreneurs. Like you might want to hit a concert or like a convention or just somewhere that you can meet other people to network, right? But a lot of people don't understand the difference when they stepping out from business and pleasure. So we were trying to draw the line, from the two. What's your take on just stepping out? Like right now at your age and what you do when let's say let's say there's an R&B concert. Like let's say Tank is coming down here to perform at a soul festival or something like that. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you decide to go out there, or you going out there to have fun, enjoy the music, or you going out there to for pleasure, like pleasure, which is like enjoying the music, having fun, meeting people, meeting women, whatever. But are you also going there for work, which is business, on the networking side, to find talent or to pass out cards, to potentially work with some of those people and stuff? Mm-hmm.
I think you got to know your audience for that too, because if you're just like in a chill environment, people aren't trying to be like, oh, here's my card, I do this, this, and this. Like, it's not the vibe. So you just gotta kind of like know the audience of where you're going. Like a Tank concert at like a festival, it's more, I would say more so for pleasure. Like if you aren't going there with the intent for business, like you're not meeting anyone there, it's it's not the place. It's not the place.
Where would you go and doing what you do that would be strictly for business?
I would say, to a studio, for example. Like if I'm meeting with an engineer or, wherever, like at a studio for sure. Like it would be more so business than pleasure. I would say if I'm actually there, like contracted to work, like say I get an interview with an artist, like that's, strictly business. There's no pleasure really involved with that. I might go to enjoy this, like a few songs or whatever, because I do have, a few friends that are journalists, and they kind of balance it a little bit with the work that they have to do and also enjoying the show. But yeah, it's more so knowing like what you're gonna be there for.
Okay. What about you, Gary?
And I think that's actually a very important question, especially with you, because I know you go to like a lot of R&B nights. Like, I want to ask you real quick: are the R&B nights, can they be for business, or are they strictly for pleasure?
It can be both. It just depends on. I would say, like, again, depends on what you're going to be doing there. Like, if you're solely there with the intent of, oh, I want to go sign this artist, or I want to go, do an interview, like, whatever, then, the intent's mostly business. It's not really for pleasure.
Got it. When it comes to, like, what stuff like me now is, like, say if I go to, like, a Complex Con, like, I went to the Complex Con, I think, 2019, and I went there. It was supposed to be for business, but at the end of the day, like, I was just so overwhelmed for all the shit I was seeing, it ended up being just for pleasure. Because I was having so much fun, I'm like, fuck, I forgot I had these cards in my back pocket. But at the end of the day is, like, you need to separate the two by, say, if, like, we're going to, like, I don't know, like a networking con or some shit.
Yeah.
If they have an open bar, don't drink. You got to remember, you're there for work.
Exactly.
Cheat.
Hey, yo, one drink ain't gonna hurt nobody.
Yeah, working's fine, but don't get like.
Yeah, don't get loose off the goose. You feel me?
If bitches is passing on edibles, don't be like, But like, as far as like even like something that's like more personal, like thing I can relate to is like, say if like if a hot shoe is coming out, and I know for sure I have like for sure access on getting that shoe, and that shoe goes for like, the resale market's gonna be for like $1,000. The shoe is really nice. That's something I would wear. But say if I really need the bread and the shoe costs like $200, I know me. Like I thank God every day I'm not a drug dealer, because I'll be getting high off my own supply all the time. So if I really need the bread, and I want to do something strictly for business, I'm not gonna get the shoe in my size. That's gonna force me to not wear it.
Exactly.
Okay.
And even purposely, so it can actually make sure like it's not gonna fit me. I'm gonna get like an 8.5, 9. Meanwhile, I'm a 10. So there's no way for sure I can wear this shit.
If it's an 11, he might try to slip it.
I might put a little extra sock in there. It's like
I sometimes be seeing you post shoes that you're selling. I'm just like, damn, this thing got nothing at 14.
Oh, you wildin'.
Bro, working at Foot Action, the niggas say I wear a 14. Like, fam, you gotta order, dog.
Yeah,
I
don't got it.
The internet gotta be your friend on that one, bro.
I see that, man. That's crazy. But But for me, I think it depends. When we were having this conversation earlier, like what I didn't want to say to Gary over the phone is like I feel like it depends on where you are in life.
Yeah.
Are you in a relationship? Are you single? Do you have any kids? Do you have a lot of responsibility out? You get what I'm saying? I think your purpose on being out changes, because if you're having fun, if you bump into an opportunity, you're gonna take it or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like I feel like that changes on if you got bills and you got a business to run. Like if your business is solely based on getting new clients, then when you go out, you got to go out with a purpose, pass out cards, meet new people, and be serious about what you do. But again, that hunger has to come from somewhere. Like, you might go to a festival. If you got a girlfriend, then you're going to strictly be there for the music, for the vibes. You're going to keep your hands to yourself. You're not going to get too crazy. You're going to do what you got to do. But if you single, you out there mingling and tingling. You feel me? So it just is what it is.
If we're really being honest, like Cheech has this one term that I fucking hate every time he says it. He's like, I'm just going there to show face.
No, but sometimes...
I'm not gonna lie.
No one know you.
See, he takes it like that. This is how I take it. Like, you know how people always show up to your shit?
Yeah.
But you always the guy that's working and never can
out
go
there,
places and stuff like that. So when somebody invite me somewhere, not that I'm saying I'm important or I matter, but I like to pop in, hey, I made it, I showed up, and then if I gotta leave early, at least you know I was there. Not on some celebrity shit like, ooh, my presence is gonna be missed.
I'm gonna make a public statement. If you see Cheech at Alibi, it's not for business.
No, that's strictly for pleasure. I'm not gonna hold you. That is for pleasure. But sometimes I do go out like looking for different opportunities.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's just I don't. To me, I just don't go into. I always want to work while I'm having fun, and I always want to enjoy what I do. So I feel like if I strictly go out to just for business, I feel like I'm gonna be bored. I'm gonna be like looking at the wrong thing, and I'm not gonna be able to loosen up.
Yeah.
But if I go out like, you know what, I'm just gonna go have fun. If I meet a few people, cool. If I don't, then it's just that's how the course of the night, was, and that's that. You feel me? At least I had a good time.
No.
So I guess that's how I approach it.
I mean, do you have a point with wherever you're at in life, like kind of guiding like what your intent
Exactly.
would be? So yeah, I definitely agree with that too.
I know him in real life. Anyway, bro, the fucking hour went by very quickly.
Damn. We're already at an hour?
Yeah,
That's
dog.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Been doing some talking.
Oh man.
But Kymani, I'm very thankful that you were able to slide over
Of
here.
course, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, follow me on the gram because we got some talking to do.
Invite him
Hell
to
yeah.
all the R&B.
Yeah, the
nights.
studio sessions are. I'm into that shit, bro. So I
Hell
love
yeah,
that.
hell yeah.
And then I've seen your page, man. You a good producer. I'll tell you that.
You've probably seen your mutual friends list.
You be producing.
Oh man.
Do you have any upcoming projects? Any
Matter of fact,
upcoming-
I'm a producer.
Listen, man.
Where can the people find you? Do you have anything? What do you have coming up, bro?
So, with Solar, I'm just working on hopefully getting the show for Art Basel because it's been a
Okay.
few years since we.
Oh,
had
I'm there.
it. And we always love to bring visual artists out as well as performer artists. So that's one thing I'm hoping to get off the ground this year. But for now, follow Soul Era Records on Instagram. We curate playlists every week, do interviews, other content with up-and-coming R&B artists, and also follow me on Instagram at Kymani_561. KYMANI, because I know y'all gonna mess my name up. But yeah, that's all I got.
Do you still you still doing beats? Can people hit you up for beats? Can you edit videos for people? How can the people what is if someone's asking you to do something, can you do it for them? Can you make a beat? Can you edit a video?
Yeah, so videography, graphic design, web design, live streaming, drone photography, videography, everything. I got you.
Wow, I'm about to lose his job.
Nah, for real.
Where you go by?
I go by the name of Cheech, aka find me at his next event, aka I'm a producer, aka I love R&B, aka I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Know what I mean, Gary, what do you go by?
Man, I go by the name of Gary, aka In Gary We Trust, aka Mr. Put That Shit On, aka Black Business Supporter, aka the Black Dollar is the best dollar.
Okay.
Amen.
Amen.
Peace,
All right, man. Peace. We'll catch y'all next week.
And what are we?
These are the aesthetics. This was cool.
I'm a producer.
I'm a producer now.